morning, creative friends. It's Gwen and we're going on retreat. If you hadn't heard in my previous videos, my daughter and I had planned to go away for our very first retreat together. We're going across the border into New South Wales, into the Coffs Harbour area. It's actually in the hinterland of Coffs Harbour at a place called Ulong. So I did get her to take a little bit of footage for me of the road trip because normally I wouldn't be able to do that as I would be driving. So I thought, why not get her to take a few snapshots for you so you can see our little adventure, and I'll talk a little bit about how it all went. So Ulong is about 3.5 hours drive south from where we are. I did have to cross the border into New South Wales, which was the first time I have done that for probably 2.5 years now, even though the border is actually probably only about half an hour from our place. But with all of the restrictions and the closures that had been going on, we haven't gotten down this way in the longest time. So a lot had changed. So the drive from our house to Coffs Harbour itself is actually super easy. It's all dual lane highway, very uneventful except for the gorgeous scenery. There's beautiful rolling hillsides. Everything was really green because we had just so much rain of late. There were floods in this sort of area. So where you could see also where the floods had been too in places, but where there wasn't floods, everything was super green. The road follows pretty much the coast. So there are sort of areas where you get these beautiful little glimpses of the ocean. This one's one here. Oh no, that's a river. That was one of the rivers. There were, a few little spots where we could see the ocean. And we also swung by the big banana. So this is it here. We did not go inside because we have been there several times before. But I did capture this little bit of footage for you so you could all see. Now, this is where the road got really interesting. So this is the hinterland between Coffs Harbour and the Ulong village. So Ulong is sort of in the valley of the mountains. So you do have to go up quite a winding road. It's about, I think it was maybe 35 to 45 minutes. It's really pretty though. And we got a little bit of light rain as we were going, which we've had so much rain and we're all kind of a bit tired of it. But it was nice to have rain whilst I was driving through the rainforest. As you can see there, the road did have a couple of potholes. I just took it easy and enjoyed the scenery. It was really, really beautiful. So the retreat itself was 3 days. Friday, so we headed in Friday afternoon, and then all the girls could have scrapped till about lunchtime on Monday. I actually packed up on Sunday evening after dinner. And then we just went back to our room and then left directly from our room on the Monday morning. I got a little bit of footage of the room as well, just so you could see. You could, this was sort of like a bare bones retreat. So there was camping options for those who wanted to camp at the actual hall. But I'm a princess, so I don't camp. Maybe take our caravan one time instead. But I got to stay at a lovely little sort of bed and breakfast, really quaint little place. And I do take a very small amount of footage there to show you. Here's when the rain sort of came in a little bit. It was all right though. It was quite nice. It was really great. Really, so it's sort of sold as a bare bones retreat. It's very inexpensive. Quite a small group. There was about 30 of us, but it was really nice. And it was actually my most successful retreat in terms of the number of layouts that I have made. So got to be happy with that. Katie had a great time. She did make her album. She didn't finish it and she didn't scrapbook the whole time, but she still scrapbooked quite a lot. So I'm pretty happy with that. And she did say that she thought that it was quite relaxing. So mission accomplished on that front as well. And here we are. We've arrived at Ulong. Isn't that pretty? It's just in the valley there. It's so lovely. And here's a little look at the cottage that we stayed at. It's behind a cafe, and it's sort of, so that's the bed and breakfast. You get great coffee, food's amazing. I am going to go through all of the layouts that I made as well and show you those. But before I do that, so that's the room. They're very, very comfortable. I do also want to show you a little snippet from our trip home. We actually popped by this antique store. Oh my gosh, it is amazing. I've been here before, but obviously not in a while. Oh, so good. It is so jam-packed full of treasures you would not believe. Like cabinets upon cabinets upon cabinets. It is sort of grouped together in sections. There's some really old linens and dresses and things, and that's sort of all in one section. They've got a lot of outdoor tools and like bottles and things, and that's in a section. And then all of the porcelain and plates and crockery and things are all kind of in between those two. It's sort of, they have also color blocked in one little area, which is quite nice. Like that. See, that's all the greens. Yeah, it was really super pretty. I picked up this time a beautiful white swan and another pin plate. I do collect pin plates. I have quite a few of those so far, and I forgot to take footage of them, but you will see them. I'll show them in one of my new videos coming up, so you'll get to see those. I'm also going to show you here in a moment my retreat setup. It was exactly the same as I had planned, and it worked really well. I was super happy with it. I was able to do some videoing. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with it. And what I'm going to do next is I'll do a walkthrough for you of all of the layouts that I made just quickly. And then, yeah, so that's retreat. We had a great time. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. We'll get onto the layouts now. Hey creative friends, it's Gwen and I am back. I'm back from retreat. We got home yesterday. We both had an amazing time. It was so lovely, and I've got to say, probably my most productive retreat to date. So this is what I've got done. I'm going to show you the layouts. I did record some footage, but I haven't checked it all, so I'm not sure how much of it's going to be fabulous and how much of it will have to be cropped. I will put together process videos for all of these layouts as best I can, given what footage that I have. And I'm hoping that this part is actually going to go on the back of a little bit of a vlog. Caitlin took some footage of our trip down, and I thought I would show you that as well. So there's that. So I'll just quickly show you these layouts that I made. So this is the first one. This is Pink Fresh Studio Days of Splendor, and that's our little kitty. So the idea for this layout was to make the leaves in the cut file look like the hedge in the picture. And I feel like I achieved that. I have got to add my stitching around the edges of everything. I haven't done that yet, but I'll get to that over the next few days. I really just wanted to do this, get this shared and get the other parts of the video up and done before I went ahead and did that. So that's that one. This one is Pink Fresh Studio Some Days, I think. And I just like how pretty this one is. This was just a bit of fun. That's the Rainbow Love cut file, and it's one of my favorites. So I just kind of teamed the pastels, pinks and blues, and then little pops of yellow. So love how that one turned out. This is another Pink Fresh Studio one that I did, and I did some color blocking for this one. I really love these stripes in the background on the pattern paper. So I thought, why not color block it? And I just love how this is blue and then green and then light green, and how it goes over those three stripes there. I love how that turned out. I was like, yes. So yeah, so that's that one. I love the color on color, and I'm going to do more of it because it's so fun. I also actually am hoping I can add, see none of this is stuck down, That's because I'm really hoping I can add some stitching in behind there. We'll see. I'm not sure. One of the girls at Retreat suggested I hand stitch it rather than machine. So we will see how that goes. This one is also Pink Fresh Studio. And this one is my sister. That's my sister in a plane ride we took earlier, actually December last year. And I really wanted to use this cut file as a bit of a background, and I feel like it's sort of a nod to the plane, like it's my idea of like a plane doing loop-de-loops on a blue sky. So I really love that how that turned out, that one. So I think I will just add some stitching around here for that. I have in the past stitched through all of these lines, but I'm not going to do that for this layout. Love how that turned out. And I made 2 boys layouts. Can you believe it? So I made this one, and both of them are using Cocoa Vanilla Studios. It was a mixture of 2 of the boys collections, not the newer ones because I don't have that. But yeah, so stash busting for these. So that was a bit of fun. I'm going to add white stitching around the edge to this one as well, just to finish that off. And then this one, a wood grain, and then the white. This one is actually the cut of the month exclusive that's coming up for May, I believe. So if you like this one and you're not a member, come and join us. So yeah, there's a little sneak peek of that cut file that's coming up. And all my pages, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did actually start on a 7th backing the design, but I got a little bit, by that point I was kind of just, I was ready to come home, so I stopped. But I'm pretty happy with that as completed projects for a weekend away. It was so great to see everyone. We had the most lovely time. The place was beautiful, and I hope a lot of that footage that I shared earlier in this video you got to see. I hope it turned out, because I'm actually recording this in advance. So yeah, thanks for being here. That's the retreat recap, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, bye.